30 people were hurt, some of them critically. And before police arrived, the driver was vehicle and then shot by a bystander. CBS's Elise Preston in Los Angeles has the latest. Elise, good evening.
Nancy, good evening to you. This busy stretch just off the Santa Monica Boulevard returned to normal today, but overnight it was a scene described as total chaos. It happened early Saturday when a driver hit a valet and taco stand, then crashed his car into a crowd lined up outside a Hollywood nightclub.
He just smacked everybody, bro. He just smacked everybody. Look.
People were left bloodied, dazed, and moaning on the pavement.
People everywhere laying down on caution. People bleeding out and stuff. Like, we're in disbelief.
At least 30 people were hurt, some of them critically.
In various states of injury.
Video shows bystanders pulling the driver from the car. When officers arrived, they found him beaten and shot.
We received reports that somebody in the crowd shot him. He is in the custody of Los Angeles Police Department. We're looking at murder and assault with a deadly weapon at this point.
It was a massive response, upwards of 100 fighters on the scene, 25 officers from the LAPD. Tonight, police are searching, and the driver remains hospitalized. His condition unknown. Nancy?
Elise Preston, thank you. There is no end to the controversy over the Jeffrey Epstein file. President Trump lashed out at those who have demanded transparency, calling them, quote, troublemakers. CBS's Willie James Inman is at the White House with the latest. Willie James, good evening.
Nancy, good evening to you. The president is on the attack, fighting back against allegations in a Wall Street Journal report linking him to convicted child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The president is suing the Journal for $20 billion in damages. The paper reporting he sent a risque birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday. The paper claims the letter was signed by Trump and included a sketch of a nude woman. In 2019, Epstein committed suicide while in jail, awaiting trial on charges of sex trafficking minors. The defamation lawsuit targets the reporters who wrote the story and Rupert Murdoch, the owner of News Corp, which publishes the Journal. Murdoch also founded conservative Fox News Channel and has long supported Trump's political career.
I have great respect for Rupert Murdoch.
The new allegation against Trump comes as some members of his political base are demanding more documents be released from the Epstein case, believing a government cover-up has shielded some of the nation's wealthiest and most powerful people. This week, Attorney General Pam Bondi requested grand jury testimony be made public at the president's urging.
I call it the Epstein hoax.
On Saturday, Trump posted, "Even if the court gave its full and unwavering approval, nothing will be good enough for the troublemakers and radical left lunatics making the request."
What do you want to see exactly?
Probably exposure to other people, especially higher-ups, politicians.
I don't think there's any reason not to release it. The president did call for that, so why don't we have it?
Nancy, it could take months before a federal judge makes a decision on whether or not to unseal the grand jury testimony.
Willie James, thank you. And tonight, strong words from the U.S. ambassador to Israel. Mike Huckabee is calling an attack on an ancient church in the Israeli-occupied West Bank an act of terror. CBS's Haley Ott at our London bureau has on the perpetrators.
Good evening. It was a rare public intervention by Huckabee, a top Trump administration official in Israel and longtime supporter of the country. U.S. Ambassador to Israel Huckabee visiting a 5th century church in the Israeli-occupied West Bank town of Taibeh, which residents say was set on fire by Israeli settlers last week.
It's unacceptable to commit an act of sacrilege by desecrating a place that is supposed to be a place of worship. It is an act of terror, and it's a crime.
Israel has so far not responded to our requests for information about the incident.
We will certainly insist that those who carry out acts of terror and violence in Taiba or anywhere be found, be prosecuted, not just reprimanded. That's not enough.
Violence has escalated in the occupied West Bank since the October 7th Hamas terror attack on Israel. This week, Huckabee said he'd asked Israel to, quote, aggressively investigate the murder of Palestinian American Saif Muslat, whose family said he was beaten to death by Israeli settlers. Huckabee called his killing a criminal and terrorist act. Israel said it was investigating. This, as in another Palestinian territory, Gaza, the war grinds on. Hunger only getting worse. Aid agencies sounding the alarm over a critical risk of famine. Hospital sources say dozens of Palestinians were killed and wounded overnight in both Israeli strikes and while seeking aid. Hundreds took to the streets Friday protesting the lack of food. We go to sleep and we want to eat, Mahmoud Al-Qassas says. Find a solution. Huckabee was asked, Nancy, during his visit to the church in Taipei about whether a ceasefire in Gaza was close. He said he hoped so.